In this episode, we are going to explore the beautiful mountain area of Pilion. We are going to go visit a property that's up for sale with a beautiful little cottage and an amazing view. How's this water coming down the mountain stream? This is naturally coming out the mountain. In Zagora. Still going to learn it. A lot of apple orchards. Very, oh, look at this. Natural ways, eh? And then this obviously goes into the orchard, and then they open up a sloot there and it runs down, and then it feeds the whole, just waters it as it goes. Pretty. Pilion is a stunning destination, nestled in the heart of nature. Surrounded by lush forests and towering mountains, this place is truly a hidden gem. We're going to explore some incredible properties, take in the breathtaking scenery, and get a feel for what makes this area so special. Come along with us as we dive into the beauty of Pilion and see what it has to offer. Cleanest mountain water dripping through the forest. We follow it.
This empty, like you can look into this clean and the water just been flowing nicely.
Yep, shows you where it goes. Look. And it goes down the river, down the stream. I love it. Following the water. It is beautiful. There's such a nice spirit here, I must admit. Look at this. This is the pump house. There's obviously someone here grows plants and food. Stuff they do agricultural plants. A lot of nuts, apples, cherries. So this piece of land is 4,000 squares, and it's actually an apple orchard. Cherries. It's got stunning views. It's all cut balconies. Produces about 25,000 kilos of apples. It's got cherries and a couple of varieties of apples. What you're hearing there is to chase the birds away. The views are sick. It's also residential, you can build on it. Although the steps are quite serious. It's a bit of a thing to get you. 100k. Just to scare the birds away. just stopped for a swim. It's freaking hot. The water is like a mirror. It's good. We're gonna have waffles. What's that? Something is lurking in the water. That's cool.
We are entering the property and we are seeing if it's good enough or not. This is the driveway. Pretty cool in the view.
So this orchard, is this on the property now?
This is my neighbor's.
This is the neighbors, and everything on that side is ours.
Everything over here.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys will have to show me the layout of how it
Yeah,
works.
well, we have the map as well, don't we?
The topography map. You can see it. So everything like that started at that curve over is ours,
road, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
all the way down to that dead tree. Is ours as well.
This dead tree here,
That big one you see.
this one right in front of us, the first one.
Yeah.
12 o'clock.
Further than you think.
Yeah, I can see. Okay,
And
so
then-
it's all balcony styled
yeah, it's all
setup, right?
terraced.
It's all terrace.
And
yeah.
there's one part over here that's ours, but it's all flat, so you could potentially build something else. I was
Is
going
it,
to build
eh?
an A-frame on there.
Yeah,
So
it makes sense. And that's also, you're allowed legally. Is that all doable?
yeah,
Like what's the regulations now? Because I know on certain the property sizes. What was you're gonna have to?
7,000 square meters.
Okay, so 7,000. Because I know the regulations are changing now. Anything under 4, they're starting to get very funny. So it's got to be above 4,000 squares, and then it allows you, what's it here, 200 and something squares, or
Oh,
Do you know?
this is like really small.
yeah, I know this is small, but I mean you're allowed to build like up to 200 squares or something, isn't it?
Something
You
like
know?
that, yeah. I don't know how much you're allowed to.
Yeah.
I know that there's a rule that it has to be 15 meters from the neighboring property.
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of the building line.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then that was the issue when we started buying it, because behind the house the property stopped, and then the other one was a separate lot.
Okay.
But we bought the lot as well and made them put it together as one lot.
Oh, so then it made sense from
Yeah.
you
So
sort of
now
got
it's,
out of that. Okay, and that obviously increased the size property then. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how big is that lot?
I don't know. I think, but altogether it's 7,000.
Okay, so it's probably.
It's I want to say it's maybe 500 or 800.
Is it? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's more of the residential size,
Yeah.
which is like around 500. Okay. So that's one way of getting rid of the legal aspects is just buy the
Yes,
property.
yeah.
behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it took a long while, but it was worth it.
Well, it's a nice place to sit in the morning and have your coffee.
Yeah.
Did you guys? What was your plan when you bought this place? You just wanted something quiet and out of the thingy. Do you want to get into the permaculture thing, or what sort of your?
I actually never knew what permaculture was until we actually bought the place.
Oh really? Okay, so you're a super newbie.
Yeah, I was the excited one about that, but that we just never got the time to actually
Get into it.
properly.
Okay. So this is kind of like you bought it on that moment of this is where we want to head into and.
Yeah. And I wanted to make cider too. So.
Oh well, you in the apple orchard. So yeah, this is the property that we've been looking at. It's quite interesting. I mean, it ticks a lot of boxes. It's not easy, I must admit. He's done a lot of work. There's a shitload of work to be done. Couldn't walk it all. There is some flat section over there. So it runs. That big tree is kind of the border. There's that old dead tree, if you can see there. That's the second border. I'll show you the shapes. Then there's a flat area there that you can get to. So you can build like another home there. You got that home. And then he bought a second piece of land on the left, which you can build on as well. So you could actually do 3. And it's an apple orchard village. They harvest the stuff and they put it there. So there's a factory that collects all the stuff. Everyone sells their stuff to them. You can hear how quiet it is. It's very cool. There's a lot of work to be done. So we're at the top of the house now, just showing you. It's a little water, holds like a storage tank, and it goes down to this one. You can actually swim in that if you wanted to. And here we've got the view. There's obviously the edge of the forest.
He's older. Oh, okay.
nice. We have to put a ceiling in. It's insulated. It's got a little fireplace. Pilion is such a hidden gem, with its stunning mountains, lush forests, and of course, the crystal clear water that flows down the streets. Water is number one on the list for a homestead property. And here in Pilion, it's everywhere. It's amazing to see how the locals have built an entire infrastructure around it, using the natural slopes to irrigate the farmlands over centuries. It's a perfect example of how humans have lived in harmony with nature for generations. But what really stands out about Pilion is its beauty. Everywhere you look, it's just breathtaking. From the dense forest to the sparkling waters, there's so much to love. Plus, it's only about an hour's drive from Volos, so if you want a mix of rural peace and easy access to a larger city, it's a great spot. The negatives. Now, of course, no place is perfect. There are a few downsides to consider. First of all, during the winter months, the area really quietens down. Apart from the mountain towns that attract winter tourists because of the snow, most of the coastal towns close up for the season. And having kids, we really feel they could make it a bit too isolated socially, especially in the colder months. Another thing to consider is the land itself. The terrain here is very sloped, which is beautiful, but as you get older, it could become more challenging to maintain the property. We have already seen how some of the homes here have steep inclines. And while it adds to the charm, it might not be ideal for the long term. Moving to a beautiful, tranquil location like Pilion, just make sure you take these factors into consideration. We'll keep you updated on our journey, and if you're enjoying the videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts.